Dude, I saw on Amazon, right? Like the big jugs. That's what I need.
Yeah, Amazon's where I got it.
Because you go to the pharmacy and get little bottles.
I have no idea what that was. Let me restructure.
I didn't even think of that. I don't know why.
Okay, let's do that. And there goes notifications. We are broadcasting to the main channel. We are live on, 15, I think, 16 channels. 16 out of 16. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let me just.
Megzy Williams.
29 verified views. Okay.
Morning, Nay.
Hey, good morning, Megzy. Nobody's liking my tweets, but they're getting viewed.
Patrick
so
John Welder.
maybe you don't like me.
Good morning, Nay.
Hey, Patrick, how's your trade doing, buddy? Trading partner there. Patrick John Welder, look what I got. Got a can of butane, baby. That means somebody's going to have a clean bucket.
Canada Chaz, man.
Damn, I was almost out of butane. I didn't realize it. I ran that thing all the way down, and it still was working, but it was close. Close to the finish line there, Palsy. We don't even know why. We don't know why, Palsy. We never question it. We don't do it. We don't question it. Hey, look at this. Ooh, what? That's new, and I like it. Cool. I found a new place to put my light. Just crazy. Just kind of just happened. Okay, so okay. Why is this on here? This is not needing to be here, so let's get rid of that. I'll just get rid of as many of these extra things on here that I don't need. It'll give us a better show overall. We've got the other webcam. There we go. Look at that. We got all of our fun stuff going here. We kind of want to move that. Ooh, that was weird. We didn't mean to do that. I think I grabbed the wrong. Yes, I did. There we go. This. Oh, perfect. Yes. Perfect. That's right where I wanted it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Just like that, man. Just show the desktop and make it a little bigger. Like that. But up there, like that. That's what I'm thinking. Should be right about there. There we go. I like that. And this right in the middle. Both loud. And this, we'll put that right there. Okay, cool. And now I'm going to make this bigger so I can see what I'm looking at here. That's what she said. Okay, there we go. Nice. And, okay. We've got Megzy, we've got Patrick. We got Patrick is here. Patrick is one of the only people to take me up on my my trade. I had a trade that I was doing, and Patrick is one of the people that.
John Mallory.
Patrick.
It looks like you can dip your bond and clean it with that water there. LOL, easy access.
I know, right? Was it $300 you put in, Patrick? I was trying to figure out how much money you put in. You put in a $300. Yeah, I'm making it look like a table, right? A table of water. Isn't that cool? It's like magic. It's magic. But then you can't see the bong right there. I want to be able to see the bong too. I want to be able to see this. But it's fun.
John Mallory.
We're having fun.
LOL.
We're in the red today, but Harmony's still in the top 10. So we got boosted up, which is good, and now we stayed up near the top. So that means we're going to do fine. And our investments are going to do really good with the market as the market goes up. And it's been down for the last 14 hours. So we'll probably get a rise at some point today. Thank you, both of you.
This isn't tight.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to clean off this. Should I try to do it down a little bit? Because there's so much char at the bottom. I bet you it'll just oil right up. Let me see. I'm kind of curious.
Try to get Zen technique.
John Mallory. BRB shower still listening AFK.
Still listening in the shower. I'm just kind of curious if this will hit good. No longer going to cannabis. Cheers, Jiminy. Cheers, everybody.
Up?
Yeah,
I
cheers.
just want to see if I get a hit off of this. There's no flavor.
Daniel Andresi.
Ooh. Oh, it's getting me high,
Brother
though.
me, how you been, brother?
It's THC oil, though, and I'm feeling it. That's funny.
Steven Running. Cheers.
But it's a little harsh.
Daniel Andresi. Haven't seen
Cheers,
you on
Steve.
here in a couple days.
Daniel, I told you to follow me across all of my channels, dude. It's like talking to a brick wall. I don't know why you won't follow all of my channels. My main YouTube channel has been down. I was broadcasting to 6 other YouTube channels that you refuse to follow. So I don't even want to hear about it, bro. You've known about this for years, and you're just lazy. You know, just admit it. You're lazy, and you won't go and do it. Because of your laziness, you've missed 6 days of shows. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Everybody else has been here. On my other channels, of course.
Daniel Andresi.
I
Sorry, I've been busy putting my life back together after my car accident during Hurricane Ian.
I understand. Just go subscribe to all 6 of my other YouTube channels that I broadcast to. The reason I have all these numbers on screen is to show you guys that I'm not just broadcasting to the one channel that you are on, that you guys obviously are convinced that that's the only channel that I broadcast to. That's why there's 13 out of 13 on the screen. I know it's a little covered up right now. That's why it says 13 out of 13 right there, man. So you guys will see that. And remember, go to subscribe to all of my channels. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm on
Daniel
Rumble.
Andresi.
Okay.
I'll go do that
I'm
now.
on Facebook on 6 channels that I'm broadcasting to. So hopefully you having this issue right now will allow other people to realize that they don't have to miss a single show either, man. You realize you're not seeing my shows. A few days go by. Just go look for me. You'll find me. I'm everywhere. I'm not on the main channel. Main channel got a strike. So it was down for 7 days because, YouTube and all that. Because of YouTube and all those things, So I'm not just heating right now. I am cleaning this.
Daniel Andresi. Glad to be an example, LOL.
You're glad to be an example.
Francesco Mori.
I'm glad to have an example to set. So
See
more
you
people
too.
will learn. Oh, that is almost perfectly clean now. I cleansed it with fire.
Blue. I need to get a dab in. It's too much flour.
Bro. Well, there's still a little char at the bottom, but I got it fairly clean. Fairly.
Daniel Andrassy.
Right, Daniel.
I guess I'm so used to seeing
I was
you
on YouTube, is what I'm telling you. Hey, Francesco.
Years ago.
I was live on 6 other YouTube channels. They were all called Nay's Garden, bro. All you had to do was type in Nay's Garden, and you would have found me live.
Morning. The buffalo are swimming, the parasites are active, and a lion take my baby. It's spring in Johannesburg.
Oh, I knew where that was
Funny
going.
because you said it in that accent, dude.
All right. Oh, all right. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Jiminy. Cheers, everybody. This should be a tasty, tasty dab.
I'm gonna go get my
Daniel Andrassy. Did he say a dingo ate my baby? Megzi Williams. Cheers. Francesco Moro. Okay.
No, that was 2021 when the dingo did it.
Daniel Andrassy. LOL.
Oh boy. That was a great dab. Oh my goodness gracious. That was a lung cleaner right there, baby. We got 6 orchids blooming behind me. Soon to be more. Looks beautiful. These beautiful orchids hanging on the tree behind me. So, I switched over from Windows 10 to Windows 11 last night and this morning. Kind of a pain in the ass, but not that as much of a pain in the ass as I thought. All my programs were still installed. So, that's amazing. You change the operating system and the programs do not need to be reinstalled. I'm so glad they figured that out. But it didn't solve my problem that I have with the computer.
I periodically stopped smoking dabs because it put my tongue in too high, so when I went to go smoke flower I wouldn't feel much of an effect.
And they are flavorful, you know, and you're used to that flavor from the dabs, yes. And, you know,
Billy Valentine.
I suggest bong hits if you're smoking flower.
I'm glad you finally did it.
It's more like a dab that way.
11 is the fix for all 10's bullcrap. Well, most. Daniel Andrassy.
All 10s?
My tolerance, not my tongue.
Oh, you weren't talking about flavor.
Rock
Okay.
all day. Good morning.
That's bullshit about tolerance, Daniel. It's bullshit. People that think that dabs affect your ability to enjoy cannabis flower are smoking cannabis flower incorrectly. Okay? You doing a dab will not lower your ability to get high from flower the next day, the next minute. Okay, Daniel? You've been lied to and manipulated, and now you're spreading those lies on my show. No one needs a tolerance break. You guys just need to learn how to hold your cannabis hits in, and if you can't do it, you need to quit smoking cigarettes. Alright? You need to do bong rips. Learn to hold your hits in and blow smoke rings like I do. You won't have these problems. And you won't claim, the bullshit line, oh, I smoked a dab and now I can't get high. You know what? Sucks to be you. It's like people like that, I don't even want to tell them that they're full of shit, that they're so full of shit, but I can actually make your lives stop being miserable. I can take that stupidity and that misery and take it right out of your life. Now listen to me for 2 minutes and I will change your world. Okay? Daniel, what's your preferred method of smoking cannabis flower? I'm on a time scale here, baby. Come on, answer me. What is your favorite method of smoking cannabis flower? Come on, Daniel.
Daniel and
Well, there's your problem.
I smoke from a pipe.
That's why you're not getting high. You need to not smoke from a pipe, and you need to smoke from a bong with water, so you get a big ass hit. And it's cooled, so you can hold that hit in nice and deep. You can't do that with a pipe because it's hot and it irritates your throat. Nice cool smoke from water has the opposite effect. And you can do it the
Daniel
biggest
and
bong
Jesse.
rip.
And you're definitely right about me needing to give up cigarettes.
Of course I'm right about you needing to give up cigarettes, bro. This is the problem. The problem isn't that you're not getting high. The problem is that you're poisoning your body with cigarettes. On so many different levels. You drop that. Get a bong. Get a cheap little water bong. And I will show you how to get high, man. Show me the way to get high. Trendy Nate knows he's gonna make me high. I'll show you the way to get high. But it ain't with a pipe.
Jerry Lawton. Good morning, Nay. I have a bong with crap load packs built in it and it's amazing. It's a 2-footer. Broke all day. 3 weeks no relos. Billy Valentine. I consult the bones. You can replace your water with pure ether. You will fall asleep, live an entire life in a dream and wake up in your living room in 20 years. Daniel Andrassy. I have a bomb but it's in the back of the closet. I need to wash it out since it hasn't been used in a very long time. Daniel Andrassy. It's an old Zong bomb.
Go get it. I'm gonna get you high because it's Friday and you ain't got nothing better to do. You ain't got no job. You ain't got no job. It's Friday and you ain't got nothing better to do. I'm gonna get you high. I'm gonna get you high.
Drop all
Hit
day.
that doobie. They enjoy that doobie so much in that movie. Dude, they're just loving that doobie so much.
Tobacco.
That is such a great scene.
Billy Bong Thornton. Don't wash it, just use it, adds flavor. Daniel Andrassy. LOL because it's Friday, LOL. Daniel Andrassy.
I get you high because
That
you
was
ain't
a
got no
classic
job.
movie Friday. Billy Valentine. Azong. Those are legendary.
This thing is like a
Preserve
zong.
it.
This thing is zong like.
Broke mine on an airplane.
Damn. I broke mine on an aeroplane. I broke my zong on an aeroplane. I'm sick of all this walking. I want to
Jerry
fly on an
Lawton.
aeroplane.
In the red today I see man.
In the red. Yes, we're in the red today. It's okay. It's okay.
Billy Bong Thornton.
We're in the red and we're over 1845. We're in the red.
Andrew Tate has
We're
been
way
putting
down
away
and
thought
we're
he was
over
supposed to be in prison.
our walk in. We're doing great. Now if we drop again, we might cry a little bit, but it's okay. Sometimes it's going to feel painful. But when you're when you're pulling profits, man, you know, then you're partying, you're dancing. All right, so let's do this. Let's pull this up here so we can see the chat. Okay, and let's do this bong rip. No law regarding cannabis. Jiminy's muted his mic, but cheers,
Jerry
Jiminy.
Lawton.
Jerry, Billy, everybody
Right.
in the Rumble sphere. If there's anybody in the Rumble sphere, what do we have on the Rumble? I never refreshed it. Oh, 2
Billy
people.
Valentine. I packed it and checked it. Wrapped in all my blue jeans. Survived the trip but not the return voyage. Throwers turned it into glass evil. Jerry Lawton.
I once left a bong in a hotel room. And I
Cheers,
remembered
hashtag
exactly where I
NLRC.
put it. And, you know, I was like, God, that bong could
Sean,
still
aka
be
Trendioka.
there. Because I put it behind the bed.
Top of the morning to Nay and all trendies.
I don't know why I'm even messing with this right now. I shouldn't even be messing with this. What I'm doing right now is so stupid. I need to just... What I need to do is I need to just hit this bong. Cheers. I was obsessing. If you guys would give up the tobacco, you would enjoy cannabis so much more. I know you think that you need tobacco to enjoy your
Daniel
cannabis.
Andrassy.
You got it all wrong, man.
And I cough so much
And
harder with
you're
dabs
killing
than I do
yourselves
flour.
while you're ruining your highs. You know, you're killing yourselves.
I used to be like that. I used to smoke with tobacco. I couldn't enjoy a joint and I didn't smoke cigarettes unless I had like the tip of the cigarette
Oof.
emptied out into the joint.
Ugh. So
Yeah.
nasty.
For years, because I grew up, that's how we started.
Drop
But then
all
I
day.
took a break from cannabis.
Nobody
I went back
needs
to
the
it. I smoked
tobacco.
pure. Beautiful.
Stephen Running. Get COPD.
Oh yeah. I used to do bong hits with tobacco in it. That's gross. Cigarette.
Sean aka Trendioka. Nay is the best ever.
Thank you, Sean. So, Glen Greenwald fully supports Ron DeSantis despite known facts. So what gives? Guess who Glen Greenwald is buddy-buddy with? Our friend Jimmy Dore. He appears on his show all the time. Guess who else licks the ball sack of Ron DeSantis?
Drop all day.
Jimmy Dore.
Honestly, was easy to quit the relos for me 10 plus years of smoking them.
Cigarillos.
Sean aka Trendioka. F word Ron DeSantis.
Yes, F word Ron DeSantis.
Billy Valentine. You can heal from cigarettes if you have time. It takes equal time to heal. If you smoked for 5 years, it takes 5 years to express the tar. I coughed up black dots for 10 years.
Well, smoking cannabis instead of cigarettes will make that time shorter, I promise you. Because cannabis is an expectorant and it's got tars in it that stick to the bad tars and pull the cancerous tars out of your body. People don't realize that. It's like glue, but it's like healthy glue. You know, everyone thinks it's carcinogenic. It's carcinogenic. Show me the cancer. Oh, there's none. So it's not a carcinogen. Oh, what is it? It's a glue. It goes in your lungs. It gets all the garbage out, and then you expectorate it out. It's an expectorant, and it's healthy, and it does no damage. It's like miracle serum for your lungs. It's called cannabis smoke. Burnt smoke goes in your lungs and cleans them out. I know, it's crazy. Burnt carbon, smoke, but it doesn't cause cancer, so it's not a carcinogen. It's an anti-carcinogen. Do we have that word
Daniel
yet?
Andresi.
I just created it.
Cannabicromin.
It's an anti-carcinogen. I just made it up. There. That's what cannabis is. It's not a carcinogen. It's an anti-carcinogen. Someone make a clip of that and put it on Twitter. I bet the word doesn't even exist yet. And literally we've had it for as long as we've had tobacco. We've had the anti-carcinogen cannabis. We've had that.
Daniel Andresi.
And if you did a giant
It's actually
study,
an anti-inflammatory as well.
if you did a giant study of every human being on the planet with billions of people, and you said, I'm just curious, the people who just smoke cigarettes, and compare those to the people who smoke cigarettes and cannabis, you'll see like this unbelievable drop in cancer, I bet lung cancer, among the ones that smoke cigarettes and cannabis compared to the ones who just smoke cigarettes. Why would that be? I don't even have to do the study.
A splash of khuck with a Keurig.
I don't even have to do the study. I guarantee you that's what the results would be. Now, I always say, where are the bodies? Where's all the cannabis lung cancer bodies at? Show me the way to the bodies.
Sean aka Trendioka.
Show me the way to the body.
Hine, I completely quit smoking cigarettes for good.
I applaud
Josh
you then.
G. YUP 100% I'm a believer.
Josh G, I just figured that out in my head just now. All the talking and all the things we've ever said, and every time that somebody's ever come in here and said that all forms of smoke is carcinogenic, and I'm like, not cannabis. Oh yeah, it is. When it turns to smoke, it becomes a cancer-causing agent. No, it doesn't. It becomes something that reverses that, because it goes back in your lungs as smoke, turns back into oil, sticks to all that cancer-causing garbage, and gets it out of your
Sean
lungs.
aka Trendioka. Gave myself a Oka flipper clap. Billy Valentine. It's in the dictionary.
Oh, I made up a word that already exists. Okay.
Having to do with preventing
I
or delaying
rock,
the development of
because
cancer.
I write words
Daniel
that
Andresi.
already exist that I didn't even
No
know
more against
existed.
cannabis
I'm
chairs.
that smart. I literally invent words that already exist. That's how smart I am.
Teach yourself. Yeah.
I came up with
Josh
anti-carcinogen. I didn't know there was such a thing.
I'm sure this is anecdotal but I feel like it attacks more than just cancers.
Of course it does.
I decay, but I don't get nearly as sick when I'm high as opposed to before I used
Sure,
cannabis.
it's an like vomiting,
Bong Thornton.
anti-nausea.
How many people
There's so many
actually
things that,
smoke
it
cigarettes
helps
still?
your
I thought
eyes.
cigarettes was a dying trend. Jerry Lawton. It's called cannabis, not cantabis, right? LOL.
Right?
It's the best medicine out there. I used to take care of a patient and give them cannabis product.
Right? Jerry
Killed
Lawton.
all the cancer cells.
Right? It truly
It
works.
truly works.
Right?
Daniel Andresi. No law regarding
I have
cannabis.
this patch on my finger I've been telling you guys about. It's like a psoriasis on the bottom of my finger. It's weird. It's right here. It's a rough area, and I keep putting the triage oil on it, and I think it's getting better. It's taken a while, but it's not as bad as it was, because it was at one point
Sean
it was
aka
blistering.
Trendioka.
It didn't hurt, but it was blistering. And now it's gone down. It's just
Forgotten
kind
some
of rough.
powerful strains before that made me throw up, then made me high as balls.
I'm going to keep putting my triage oil on it. We'll see what the THC oil does. You know? This is the best way to deliver it. What's that, Jiminy?
I've got a little bit of psoriasis here and there, so I'd like to try that stuff and see if it works, because I got this spray the pharmacy gives you that's gross.
What's it called?
I'm not sure that it's a medical title. It's something, it's spray. You put it on like a foam spray, and it stays on there and absorbs in. It's all sticky throughout the day. It's gross, man. And then after
I wonder if some kind of an antifungal,
yeah.
an antifungal, yeah. Because this is, my oil is antifungal.
Oh, there you go. So there you go.
A doctor once looked at a jar of my triage oil, and it had frozen and it had
Billy Valentine.
melted.
I consult the bones. Yes, a cannabis is extremely effective on cerebral conditions. I'm HFA Act 3. That means my left brain is dead and I have to do math with the part of my brain that's for squeezing out. Cannabis fixes that. Jerry Lawton. I remember your pain oil, it's amazing.
Look,
Sean aka
it had these
Chenyoka.
little bubbles.
Loved the triage oil you invented. Nay, I appreciated the samples you sent. I'd put a couple drops in my khuck and it worked wonders.
It had these little bubbles all through it. It looked really cool. And the doctor looked at that and said, that's bacterial growth. Don't put that on your skin. I would throw that away. And the dude, whoever it was, they texted me or they talked to me in person or they got me on my show or whatever it was. I can't remember who it was. And I said, that's not what that is. I said, your doctor is an idiot. And you know what they said to me?
What did the
they
doctor
said,
say?
I wasn't believing the doctor when they told me that. I said, that's not bacterial growth. I said, it's antibacterial, it's antiviral, it's antifungal. And I'll tell you why. Because that's got peppermint oil and coconut oil in them. And
Sean,
go look
aka
up the
Chenyoka.
antiviral and the antifungal, all the properties. It's
They should
in
get a
that.
Nobel Prize
So
for
there's
triage
nothing
oil.
growing inside of it. What you're seeing is crystallization from something freezing and then melting and making these cool circles. And it's cool looking. Some of you guys have seen the oil do that. It's cool if you put it in the fridge.
Billy Valentine. It was live. I remember him saying it. I think it was actually Karen or Cinda.
I don't know.
Josh
It
G.
maybe. And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. And remember
was
what I
just
said?
about to say,
I said,
if anything,
I'm
it's
smarter than a
crystallizing.
freaking doctor. I said, I'm literally smarter than a doctor. I said, not only do I know that that's not fungal growth growing inside my triage oil, I said, but I know that that triage oil has over 50 uses, and you can use it right now with all those crystals forming in there. He obviously has never looked at, I mean, he's a doctor. Didn't he take basic science and
Billy
see what
Bong
crystallization
Thornton.
was? Didn't he see ice crystals under a
Did he use
microscope?
a microscope?
Doesn't he? That's
How
so,
did he
it's
assess
so
the
basic.
product, or
I mean,
did he just physically use his
I'm
eyes?
not even a scientist, and I know what that is when it's going on inside coconut oil. You know, that's been frozen
Josh G.
or refrigerated. I know what crystallization is.
I've had dabs do that before. Forgot about them and they turned all crystalline and crumbly. Still
yeah.
dabbed fine, just wasn't as tappy tasty.
And it shatters like glass. Hence the name Shatter. We're all familiar with it. It's just funny that I'm
Very
smarter
well
than a
done.
doctor. And scary. And that should scare the hell out of people.
Doctors around here, you could go in with one problem and come out with 6 LOL.
That should make you feel very uncomfortable about doctors today. There's another doctor that said,
Billy Valentine. Coconut oil lasts 2 years and it'll last up to 5 with a preservative like mint in it.
that if this stuff works, to keep using it. That's what Jimmy Dore's doctor told him. He's like, if it's working for you, then use it. I bet you Jimmy Dore's all out of his triage oil by now. I don't know. Last time he got a lot from me. Jiminy, cheers. 420 Newfoundland, Billy, Jerry, cheers in the chat over on the Rumble. We don't grumble when we're on the Rumble. There's nobody there. Cheers.
The word doctor and that title has gotten so out of hand. Jerry Lawton. Cheers,
Doing
guys.
like 9 things at once.
Multitasking. I'm not doing very good.
Andrew Fauci.
Cheers.
Anthony Fauci is a freaking doctor. I mean, the guy who's the Surgeon General for the state of Florida that thinks that vaccines don't work, he's a doctor.
Daniel Andrassy. My girl still has some of your triage oil I bought her. Billy Bong Thornton.
Oh, that's good, Daniel.
Cheerio.
Just how somebody's educated doesn't mean they're a good person.
Daniel Andresi. And she thinks that your stuff definitely will catch onto something at some point. Daniel Andresi.
That was the case all lawyers mean.
Because she says it works.
No, I don't give a fuck whether. Let it get bad. Let the whole goddamn industry get
Billy
bastardized
Valentine.
on their shit, and whatever. This can be made at home.
That's every
It's
doctor's
not to be
opinion
made.
on holistics other
It's
than
not for
midwives.
making profit off of.
The problem
Anybody
is
that
it's
wants
only
to make a
holistic
profit off
because
it is
it's not
more than welcome
federally
to do
legal.
it. It's only 3
It's
ingredients.
not holistic.
It's super easy
It's
to
all
make.
medical.
Everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. The only reason people aren't doing it is because they're lazy. And I don't come crying to me because you don't have any. It's so simple to make. Anybody can do it. So, and just about everybody can get a bag of cannabis from someone down the street somewhere.
Daniel Andresi. You could say the same thing about making your own dabs. Daniel Andresi.
Dabs are a little bit
You
more.
can't blow
But
yourself
most
up.
people would
Yeah,
rather buy
dabs
it
are different.
already made.
What I'm talking about doing requires nothing dangerous. Where dabs are, there's a little factor involved of expertise that you need to know what you're doing and you need to be safe. So, look at my rumble sphere. I'm exploding on the rumble sphere. Look at this, blowing it up with the 2 viewers over there. And I can't see how many people are watching here, so let's remove that. Because it's dead to me and good for nothing. Okay. You guys are going to like this, though. You ready?
Billy Bong Thornton.
Billy Monthorton.
I made some salve with coconut oil, emu fat, CBD, and THC oil. It worked pretty good. My friend took dab hits of it, haha.
Took a hit of it? Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's another chat. That's another chat. We got 2 chats, man. It's the same chat.
What is it? Dab the topic.
Billy Valentine.
I took a dab of it.
Oh my god, an elephant just beat the crap out of a gun runner and steal his blood diamond.
Same things that are
Billy,
appropriate for the voice. Very
you
good.
should say something
good.
about Elon Musk bringing Starlink to your region so you could be on the internet now, and all the new things that you can experience. Like, bro, like that you're starting up an OnlyFans. She should totally say that. Thanks to Elon Musk and Starlink, bringing internet to my
village. Yeah.
my village. I now have my own OnlyFans. I want to say hello to all of my OnlyFans audience.
Daniel Andresi. Look at me, I am the captain now, LOL.
Okay, let's get ready for a dab because they don't play when it's top of the hour. That's what they say. Nay, he don't play when it's top of the hour. He gets really super serious, not delirious.
Do another one, Craig?
Bill Gates just invested in a startup that's trying to stop cows from burping.
Daniel Andresi.
That's
Top of the hour to you, good sir. Josh G.
Is Bitcoin going to 10K
Nathan
or
K will see
250K?
25K soon, or do the charts
The
reflect
debate
a turn
ensues.
back to the 20K zone? Daniel Andresi. I would love to see 150K.
It was North Korea that hacked Harmony, guys. June 2022. They stole 100 million worth of crypto. FBI says. North Korean, they're called APT-38 from North Korea.
That's not ideal.
Billy Valentine. Our IT benefactor Elon brings Space TV to my village.
Space TV.
Before we work at the mine and drink only hippo milk. Now we do naked rain dance for TV, and we are sponsored by Gamer Fuel. W, pretty sure it just gas from the metal bud.
No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Billy. Cheers, Jiminy. Cheers, Daniel, and everybody that's in the Rumble. There's 6 of you over there watching now. Thank you so much for tuning in on Rumble, guys. Plenty of people here. Cheers.
Billy Bong Thornton. I don't like Billy Gates. I want to stone him with 500 villa that takes place in the Middle East. Jerry Lawton. Cheers, guys. Megzy Williams. Cheers. Daniel Andresi. Cheers.
Whoa. Big drop in the crypto again right now, guys. Big drop. Look at this. Look at this. Everything's dropping. Are people getting out? Are people anticipating February 1st already?
Drop all day. Was watching a couple drone races on YouTube last HT.
Yeah, man, drone racing's crazy. I can't do it.
Billy Valentine.
I can't even do it with a computer.
And all-powerful benefactor give us insider tips on something called Crispy or Crypt Fit. Drop all day. Every racer crashed on the one race.
Did they crash into each other? Or did one guy just have to finish the race and he crashed before he could finish the race? How'd that happen?
Billy's on another level with this shit, man. He's hilarious. Holy
Whoa,
shit.
dude. Protesters swarm Brett Kavanaugh's home after bombshell documentary about sexual assault allegations premieres at Sundance.
Drop all day. Hit the gates.
Since being nominated to the Supreme Court in 2018 by former President Donald Trump, Kavanaugh has been a controversial figure for the High Court due to his personal background and rulings before securing his lifetime seat as a justice.
Drop all day. The last guy should have slowed down and just finished.
Christine Blasey Ford, a former classmate of the 57-year-old, accused him of sexually assaulting her.
Drop all day. But he was going full tilt and crashed too. Daniel Andresi. Well, now Mike Pence is in trouble for classified documents at his residence.
Huh. Is he in trouble? He's not in trouble. These guys aren't in trouble. His lawyer found the documents, they turned them in. They're not in trouble, bro. None of these presidents are going to get in trouble. Except for maybe Donald Trump. Because he's the one that didn't want to give the papers back. Mike Pence, when he found them, he returned them. Joe Biden found them, returned them. You know? It's understandable. Especially if those papers have no relevance to their presidencies or their vice presidencies.
I just see it is a recurring thing with deaf people. Restream.io. Congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Billy Valentine. Whoa. H3 has been trying to take Kavanaugh down for 2 years.
Really?
He's claimed he was as bad as Weinstein ever since the Weinstein
Way to go,
trial.
H3, bro. I bet you he's
Billy
celebrating
Bonton.
today.
Did you see Justin Trudeau get chased by an any mob?
Well, I didn't see him get chased.
Billy
I saw he was sitting
Bonton.
inside a restaurant. They were outside yelling.
Funny haha.
I didn't see him get chased. Did you? Billy Bong, did you see him get chased by an angry mob? Or did you see a bunch of protesters standing outside a restaurant that he was inside eating at? I didn't see the chase part. I have a feeling this is going to be a more common occurrence with all leaders all around the world. I hope the next one it happens to is Netanyahu over there in Israel. Son of a bitch. All of them. All of the world leaders. They all deserve this. I hope they got chased, bro. Tell me you're not just blowing smoke and that he really got chased. Like Rand Paul did that day he was out on the street and got confronted by a bunch of people. That was fucking great. An unexpected and shocking documentary into Ford's claim was
Billy Bong Thornton. Yes, they followed him to the restaurant. He had to call in police to walk him to the restaurant. They followed him in the streets.
Oh, I didn't see that. You know what I put up? Did you see my tweet, Billy Bong, that I put up about that? About Canadians?
Daniel Andresi. Don't tell Joe Biden it's as easy as riding a bike. LOL. Ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha ha. Daniel. Bro, what I just said is so funny. You need to go see it on Twitter.
Billy Bong Thornton.
About Canadians.
LOL, yeah, I saw.
So why don't Canadians have any sense of rhythm and groove? They're like, hey, ho, ho. Justin Trudeau has got to go. I was like, that's like so bad. I could have written like 50 other versions of that would have worked better. Rhythmically. It was just such a bad
Billy Valentine.
selection of
Kavanaugh
words.
is a POS. It all started when Tyson
didn't
fought
fit
Jones.
with the chant, you know?
H3 covered it. Kavanaugh sued him for infringement, and a year later he added all kinds of additional suits for jokes H3 was making. H3 won last January. Josh G. H3 as in Ethan Klein.
Yes, H3 is in Ethan Klein, exactly. An unexpected and shocking documentary into Ford's claim was a last-minute addition to 2023 Film Festival's lineup. The film reinvigorated critics who felt Kavanaugh should not have been added to the bench and protesters showed up to his home to make their opinions known. It was not for the first time Kavanaugh's residence has been swarmed by protesters. Following the Supreme Court's 2022 ruling to overturn Roe v. Wade, which guaranteed abortion access and protection at the federal level, protesters flocked to the steps of the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., as well as the homes of justices like Kavanaugh, who voted in support of returning the abortion rights to individual states. Which means women lose their rights all over the country. Oh, we're giving states rights. You got to love the way they phrase everything. It always sounds favorable to somebody, but in reality, it's unfavorable to marginalized groups of people. Like, oh, all women, or I don't know, African Americans, or the LGBTQ community. Stuff like that.
Daniel Andrassy. So we've stopped doing protests at the Capitol and resorted to just going straight to their houses, LOL.
Hey man, look. Protesters in other countries, they drag these people out of their homes, they burn their houses to the ground. It happens in other countries. They ignore the constituents long enough, and people will resort to all sorts of measures to express their anger and frustration. It's these legislatures' jobs to write law. Should it be legislators' jobs to write laws, to legislate, to write laws that protect these people? That's why they elected them. And they take all their money and they send it to a stupid war, and they write these laws that marginalize women. They put morons into the Supreme Court. Hey, look, people are screaming for gun safety and gun laws and all that. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, people are screaming for it. It would be interesting to get an actual poll. Let me move this smoke ring right here.
Billy Ballantyne. It's not new for America either. I believe the first public gatherings in the New World were lynch mobs. Billy Baum Thornton. I wouldn't be opposed to dragging them out and torching the houses, LUL, cause and effect.
Well, see, this is what politicians of today are, like Nancy Pelosi with what happened to her husband, or with what...
Daniel Andrassy. Yeah, you're definitely right about that happening in other countries. They would pull them out of their house and then burn their house to the ground.
Or, politicians like Rand Paul, or, that were confronted face to face. You've seen this happen to Marjorie Taylor Greene. You've seen people confronted face to face. You've seen AOC shouted down in her town halls. You're seeing it more and more in the United States. You're seeing people get more violent in other countries. What politicians are failing to understand is that their intentional ignorance to these people's needs is going to result in their laws having no meaning whatsoever, because it's just a matter of time. They play us against each other, and we all agree now. The people on the left, the people on the right, and all the people that are independent of both parties, all of us agree that the politicians are so corrupt that they're all worthless now. They're not doing anything for the people. They're not doing anything for me. They're not doing anything for you. And at some point, we all come together, and boy, oh boy, what's going to happen in this country? And does it happen everywhere and spontaneously combust? Well, follow people like Lee Camp. Follow angry people. And see where their heads are at, where they're going, It's not. I have a feeling it's something I heard. I believe it was Martin Luther King, but I have a feeling it's not going to be a leader that brings people out in the streets. It's going to be the kind of thing that just spontaneously combusts everywhere. And when the the administration who's in charge says we need to speak to who's in charge of this movement, there won't be anyone to speak to, because what they're going to be dealing with is just the karma that they brought among themselves on themselves from ignoring people, the anger and the rage and the response to them sending billions of dollars to this dumb war. And at some point, all those people that are waving those yellow and blue flags, they're starting to catch on that this has gone nowhere. And all the people who've been against it all along, their old friends that they blew off on social media, people that were saying, hey man, you guys are funding Nazis and all that shit. They're all going to start looking at that and they're going to be like, yeah, man, I'm falling off from that movement. Well, then where do you go? You start blaming the people who've been lying to you and taking your money and sending it over there and lying to you and taking your money and continuing a war. And if you just tune into mainstream media and you listen to some of these conglomerate representatives that come out there and they speak about this is what we need to do. We need to prolong this war. We need to send more weapons out there. It's got to make this a war of time, and time's not on our side. And what we need to do, if you guys would tune into some of that, you'll see what's really being said to the masses. And you'll understand most of the masses now, they ain't buying it. They're watching. They're tuning in. But they're getting smart now and they're not buying it. And there's a lot more people like me on the internet that have been talking about this for a long time. And their audiences are all getting it. So at some point, it's just going to spontaneously combust. There won't be a leader. It's just going to be a... someone said there's going to be some sort of a what is it? Singularity in 7 years? I think I get it. I think I understand it. I think it's what I'm talking about right now. I don't think it's going to be 7 years, though. I really don't. I don't think people have time. I don't think you got 7 years left to if the way things are going, the wages, what you're paying with interest. I mean, I'm sorry, because of inflation, for $7 for a head of lettuce, $8 for a dozen eggs. I think at some point it's all going to just catch on fire, all spontaneously, all at the same time, and all of a sudden, anyone that's a politician that's in a home anywhere, they're all going to have to get out of their own homes. They're all going to be targets. And it's going to happen like a fire sweeping across a plane, just wiping everything. It's going to happen so fast. And they better be ready for it. Because weapons or whatever they think they got, it's not... you see some of these politicians bragging that they got guns and stuff. Oh, man. Bro, it's not going to stop a massive mob of people coming to your house.
Look what happens in South America when they wanted to increase the cost of public transportation by 5 cents. The entire country just went completely out of its mind. So the government reversed the 5 cents and then also further reduced it another 5 cents to make it more affordable for them. But I mean, it was mob violence for like a month.
We saw on the news this morning, my mom and I were watching the news, and something came up about the cost of something. And I said to my mom, I said, they can't afford that. And she said, well, maybe they shouldn't have had 5 kids. And I said, well, maybe they do have 5 kids. Maybe they've got 6 mouths to feed. I said, and, those dozen eggs go really fast. And it doesn't last some families as long as you might think. And I said that disparity between us and them, you have to recognize. You have to recognize that, because it's reprehensible. This is going to wipe families out. They're thinking we're going to save it just in time. We've raised the interest rates for people buying houses. We've slowed the whole housing market down because people won't buy homes now. And now people are going to be homeless because they're not going to be able to afford their current situation, and it's just going to get worse. Happy 420 with all this great news, but I'm not going to ignore it, man. I'm not just going to sit here and ignore it. And if you're feeling it, man, you're not the only one that's feeling it. Believe me when I tell you that. It's like fingers around your throat that are slowly tightening, and you can feel it, and it feels like it's just happening to you. It's happening to everybody. I saw a cartoon yesterday on Twitter. It showed someone with a thought balloon above their head, walking among all these other people, and you could see thought balloons above every other person's head in the street. But the one person in the middle, their thought balloon said, "Look at all these people around me that have their shit together. And I have no idea what the fuck is going on." And every single thought balloon said the same fucking thing. It was awesome.
Oh, shit. That's a good cartoon, man.
Yeah.
That's how I feel all the time.
So understand that the message there is you are not alone. You need to tune in to mainstream media and see what their messaging is. Don't ignore it. Go look and see what they're saying.
Oligarchs who run our country will do something to try and keep in control IMO.
When Anderson Cooper is interviewing someone from Raytheon or someone from big pharmaceutical, big poison, anything, don't tune it out and say, "I don't care what this person has to say." Listen to what their rhetoric is and understand what they're trying to push on you. And then realize you're not the only one that's getting it. There's millions of Americans out there that agree with you. And it doesn't matter what party you're on. You're not liking what any of these politicians are doing. You're sick of it. The Republicans have to be looking at what they've been offered. And at some point, it's just got to be, we sympathize. As a Republican, we've got Marjorie Taylor Greene, we've got Donald Trump, we've got torturing, Ron Desantis. These are not people. We've got, human trafficker down in Florida, Matt Gaetz. We've got Lauren Boebert, and we've got all these crazy, these child molesters and these crazy people that are trying to push our agenda. And we kind of get it. There's we don't like these people either, but for Republicans, a lot of them agree with the agenda. And I think for people who are Democrats, it's the agenda that they wanted isn't happening. But I mean, as far as my mom is concerned, I don't know. I don't know where she's at. I think she's very happy with where we are politically right now. I don't know what she wants out of the administration. I really don't. But I guarantee you this, there's a lot of Democrats out there who are looking at how much money's being spent over there in this stupid war. And yeah, there's the ones that still support it. America, waving their American flags and pretending they're patriots, sending the money over there. And at some point there's going to be a whole group of Democrats where they're like, no, we don't get it anymore. We don't like it anymore. It's not making sense. America's really suffering. You guys are talking about this massive border crisis that we have. We've got a massive border crisis in America, and we're ignoring it. We keep passing the buck, and we don't address it. We don't come up with what needs to be done in order to address it. And you get the right people together and you figure it out. I've got my own personal beliefs, but it needs to be addressed. It just can't be ignored. And ignoring it is making it so much worse. And the worst part of it is the people who are stuck there on the border, or the people that are getting trafficked from the border.
Those poor people coming across the border think there's a future here.
There is a future here. Billy Bong Thornton, what do you mean? What do you mean they think there's a future here? There is a future here. for them. Look what they came from. Are you kidding me? It doesn't. What you just said doesn't make
Jerry
sense.
Lawton. Buck had a phone call.
They come here and they see toilets and sinks and water.
Yeah.
You turn a faucet and water comes out of it. You think that they think there's a future here for them? Or do you think that they're here and they're like, the future's arrived, I'm here, I made it. Whatever happens at this point, it doesn't matter. They could lock me in a cell, but guess what? They're feeding me food. I've got a bed to sleep on. There's a toilet there, and there's water in it. It's crazy. There's fresh water inside that toilet. You know? You really didn't make any sense what you said. They totally have a future here. If you don't think that, then you're having a problem with facts. I mean, I've been through homeless encampment areas in different cities, and I don't see a lot of people that look like they're from South America or Mexico in those areas. I really don't. I see a lot of white people. In those tent cities.
Jerry Lawton. Being homeless sucks.
We've had plenty of homeless people that watch this show report in and tell us what it's like. You know, they're watching from their cell phones or whatever.
Jerry Lawton. I've been homeless.
Man, I wouldn't say I was homeless before, but I have been out on the street, you know? Out on the run. So.
Billy Valentine.
I had friends that let me
I was raised
sleep
in
at
the
their
city
place.
pit of this country and have indeed been able to claw my way to suburbia. Hot water and a ceramic toilet is a luxury, trust me.
I mean, all they got to do is get to the border, basically. They get processed, and as long as they don't get sent back to wherever they came from, man, they're winning wherever they are. And, you know, what would be great, this is my utopia, would be to actually build housing for as many people as need to come in and set them up. You know, instead of sending all this money to war, you know, we start building this beautiful you know, it's a place that sets an example for the rest of the world. And, you know, we've got plenty of room here. And if we did what, you know, we've got the resources, we've got the water. I've got the solution to everything. It's so silly what we do. Is just plenty of water that we could just ship it right over to the West Coast. There'd be plenty of water for everybody. It's so stupid.
Not water. We got water up here. You want some?
We're worried about, bro, we watch that water just like you do go out to the ocean, and they're worried about the sea levels rising.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take that water before it gets to the ocean, and let's pump it over to these areas that need it. Let's build some pipelines. And you know what? We can use these immigrants that are coming in to build those pipelines of water.
Steven Running.
Wow. What a great idea.
They are finally trying to do something in SoCal.
It's like I'm a freaking genius who solves all the world's problems with my bong. So stupid.
Billy Valentine.
We're so stupid.
Shit. It's like.
If someone asked 8-year-old me what I wanted for Christmas, I would say the bed and friends.
Anybody right now comes at me.
It wasn't about a possession, it was
I'm
about
like,
a
stop
necessity.
sending the money. Stop sending the money to the goddamn Ukraine. There you go.
Cannabis helps.
Well, where are you going to get the money? Stop sending the money to goddamn Ukraine. Stop
Problem
sending
is
money
ED.
to the Ukraine. You know, hey, if Ukraine wants to buy Abrams tanks from us so that Russia can go over there and blow them all up, I'm okay with that, and they can send us the money. Go blow up all of our shit. I'm okay with that.
Well, they bought it first.
But take our money that we've got and stop sending. We've sent $1/10 trillion. You guys realize that? For a war that we're not going to win. $1/10 trillion we've paid into this war. That's $1,000 billion. No.
The real issue here
$100
is
billion.
theirs.
Wow.
Because 1,000 billion is a trillion.
Imagine what $100 billion could do if it was spent some other way. Like, holy.
Well, it could solve the crisis on the border. It could give everybody Medicare for all. It could solve homelessness in the United States and the hungry. Everything, man. That's so much money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
And it's not just the spending the money. It's taking that money and having programs where people have share their ideas and come up with better solutions to problems that save even more money. You know, it's like we don't do that anymore. Now we've got the Bilderberg group. How can we dominate the planet? How are we going to?
We're getting sick of it, though.
How are we going to control the people? How are we going to control the people? Not how are we going to solve, the world's problems with all of our billions, trillions of dollars that we hold, that we could do right now if we all just sat down. Hey, man, we could imagine the Bilderberg group, all those rich people. If they're all just like, let's just take our money and fix all the problems. Because I'm not going to spend all this, so I've already come up with that solution too. I've done everything, bro. I've sat and thought about all. I should write a freaking book about all the solutions to save the planet I did as a joke, and it should have a joke title, And it's literally got. And then one day somebody looks at the book and is like, "Dude, this guy came up with every answer to save us." As the planet's burning. If we had just done all this stuff. I could build teams of people, bro. Get the right people working, get the money behind them. It's so easy.
Problem is corruption. That's the problem.
You're talking about, hey man, we're sending a goddamn a telescope up into the outer atmosphere to take photographs of the universe so we can prove that the universe wasn't all created from the Big Bang Theory. And I'm like, dude, I already knew that. You're wasting your money. No more telescope. Fuck you. I told you that shit was bullshit, and I told you why that shit was bullshit. Okay, so you're full of shit. So get your stupid telescope and your stupid scientists, get your fucking asses out of your heads and onto some problems here on Earth that we need to be solving. So some of these are great minds, and you're worried about what's going on up there. You need to be worried about what's going on here. And we sit down and we start solving the problems here with those minds. What the fuck are you doing? Mars? Really? Mars? No. We're doing Earth, and we're fixing Earth. You're not going to Mars, and you're not going to waste your resources and your brain and your ideas on going to another freaking planet that you're never going to go to. Stop and start trying to fix what's going on here. There's a lot of problems here we all need to sit down and start working on. It's so simple.
So true.
Did I say that I was going to do something with this bong, like smoke it? Oh, how dare me. Oh, how dare me, good sir, do say these things oftentimes.
I get you.
Give me back my gun!
Billy Valentine.
Cheers, Jimmy. Cheers, Billy. Hoot.
That's what's going to be.
Everybody in the Rumble sphere.
It's going to be
having
the most
fun
creative
today.
mass murder of all
Cheers,
time. Horton hears a hoot and howl. Z. Horton hears a hoot and howl. Z.
My house is
Nick
immaculately
Brown.
clean.
Cheers.
That's what I do when I get stressed. I can't sleep. Okay, how's this
Jerry
feel?
Lawton. Cheers. Horton hears a hoot and howl. SZ. Hoot and howl. That's how you get blocked. Lisa Fienne. Good morning, Ne.
Good
Billy Valentine.
morning. Good morning, Lisa.
Horton did the spell wrong.
Good morning.
It's a bizizizizizi babilo babenanena lelalala shananana.
Alright, well, I can do one too then. Let's see if it does it. Okay.
Hoot and howl. The water's coming right fagging at me.
It's supposed to.
Kaspa. Nance inganyama bagithi baba. Jimmy Carter. She can't
No,
pronunciate.
big words. Too
Kaspa.
bad.
Lion King
That would be
theme.
cool. It just means there's a lion. Over and over again. Ooh. Why did everything get so dark? What happened? What on earth?
Billy Valentine. Whoa.
How did it get so dark?
How dare you do a baba spell on me? Chevalier Beding Dong back acha. Jimmy Carter. Bizzle fizzle bizzle fizzle bizzle fizzle. Billy Valentine. Shamaleme Ding Dong.
When the cams go out in the garden and Jiminy's left alone. Jiminy had the show all to himself.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah,
Hujambo
listening
Neis
to pretty
Bastani
depressing
na
music last
marafiki ninawapenda America na Billy Valentine. Kaspa. Do not yell at me, don't do it.
Billy, I heard you,
Don't-
literally heard you say Shamalama Ding Dong from across the room, and I understood it. It was like he just said Shamalama Ding Dong. Bro, it's so cool. It shows how many people are following me on Rumble now. My other browser
Billy
would
Valentine.
not open Rumble this morning.
Ha ha ha.
It said Rumble wouldn't respond, and I refreshed the page and refreshed it. Rumble.com would not open up. It, you know, maybe if I put https:// before it, I don't know, man. But I got it open in the other browser window eventually. Glen Greenwald fully supports Ron DeSantis. You know, I put the tweet up on the Twitter sphere. Oh boy, they hid my links, didn't they? Those bastards. Oh, here we go. Rapey McForehead is trending again on Twitter. I love it.
Rapey McForehead.
Links in the first comment. Oh my god, he should be broadcasting to Rumble.
Billy Valentine. So I had a short political debate with Dusty and I quickly won. He was banned for good this time.
A political debate regarding what? Oh, you went live with them on or you chatted with them on Twitch?
Billy Valentine. His ban. No, it was Twitter. He was crying about another strike. He said, I bet if a right-wing channel got banned they would be up in arms. I reminded him who Alex Jones was. Jerry Lawton. I decay if I told you I've been smoking diff kinds of gelatos. It's been really doing the job. Definitely recommend looking into it.
Huh. Yeah. Gelato. No, looking into gelato? Okay, I'll look into it, Jerry. Thank you.
Horton hears a hoot and howl. Do you like animals, Nay?
I don't like bears. If it's a bear, I don't like it.
Horton hears a hoot and howl. Someone killed an endangered vulture at the Dallas Zoo. Horton hears a hoot and howl. $10,000 reward. Hoot and howl. Rats and spiders are my two bugaboos.
Oh, they killed a vulture. That's crazy. Why would they do that?
Hoot and howl. 10K, that's it.
We sent all our money to Ukraine, bro. We can't afford big, expensive rewards anymore. We spent it all on that and gun-free zone signs.
Billy Ballantyne. Yeah. Then he pulled out the Republican jargon is garbage, so I reminded him that all political and religious jargon is garbage. As long as you choose to go that route, he will always have trouble. He then went silent. Horton hears a hoot and howl. LUL 10K could buy me food for the year. Sean aka Trendioka. Good morning to all trendies and nay shout out to Bizzle. Hoot and howl. It's an endangered species. It's not about what it can buy you where you live. Hoot and howl. 10K could buy me a 1980s pickup where I'm from. Jimmy Carter. Can I turn you in for the reward money? Hoot and howl. Jimmy Carter. We split it.
I can turn you in for the reward money.
Hash.
Hash!
At Hoot and Howl, where are you from?
Hoot and Howl, where are you from? Hash wants to know.
Hoot and howl. You'd make more putting me on a job site. Hoot and howl. Washington State.
That's the
Billy Valentine.
northernmost part on the west coast, way above California, up by Canada.
Ha ha ha, I've had this same conversation so many times. Hash. Cooking and listening Nay's radio brother.
Hell yeah, Hash. See, I'm reading through something on Twitter that I know wouldn't really interest you guys, but it's big here in Florida. It's one of the Jenga blocks in our freedom that Ron DeSantis is pulling out that he hopes nobody notices. And you guys probably wouldn't notice it if I didn't mention it, but there's this thing in the state where the curriculum now does not allow in the state of Florida for these people to teach African American history
Jerry Lawton.
studies. They just
I listen,
banned
I
it.
have friends down there.
They're calling it critical race theory. Of course, it's it's history, and there are people who manipulate, absolutely try to say whatever they want to say around these things, and it's okay to go after those people. But to completely ban all, to whitewash history for children, it's just wrong. And that's that Jenga block that DeSantis is pulling out. And that's the thing about DeSantis, is he's a really good Jenga player. And he's been pulling Jenga blocks out under your noses since he's been governor of Florida. Before, he was torturing people in Guantanamo Bay, making their torture worse, pulling out, and his image still looks fine. His Jenga tower looks shining Jenga, polished Jenga tower, and he's pulled so many blocks out of that freaking thing. It goes on and on and on and on. The list of blocks is crazy. You can look it up. You can see we've covered it on this show. There's so many things. He goes after, gerrymanders the African American community in southern Florida. Another block comes out. He goes after, the drag queen community. Goes after
Washington
their venues.
State is pretty lax on wildlife laws.
Pulls out another
You
block.
can shoot a bear if it scares you. Haha, here it is permissible to kill unclassified wildlife, predatory birds, and game animals without permit that are in the act of damaging commercial crops or attacking livestock or other domestic animals. So you just have to prove it messed with your stuff.
Oh, man.
Defined in RCW
Messed with my stuff.
77.08.
I killed it because it messed
Jerry
with my
Lawton.
stuff.
I completely agree with you.
You completely agree with me? About him pulling out those Jenga blocks? He's got a skill, man. You know, and that Jenga
Hoot
tower
and
is
howl.
never going to fall over because
Santos and his drag show he attended is hilarious.
he's got people like Jimmy Dore and Joe Rogan and Glen Greenwald covering for him all. And Glen Greenwald is gay. And there he is protecting
Hoot and howl.
Ron DeSantis.
I live in the mountains and we only shoot cats and bears if they
I've been
attack
going
livestock
through
or
this,
humans.
these responses, these people going back and forth about this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you this. Oops, we must have a window open somewhere. Give me a second. Maybe I'll get lucky and find it. Oh, now tell me where you are. There's a little window hiding somewhere. Oh, son of a gun, no. Not when this happens, bro. It's not good. It's underneath. What can I do? What can I do? I can't do anything with that, man. Here, let me just try a few things here. Show me the window. There it doesn't show that there is a window. It's got to be. I don't want to table everything, man. But supposedly I've got an adjustment window up for one of my cameras, you know, or something here. And the adjustment window is probably behind the software window. Wait, but because some re-engineer thought it was a good idea. So if that ever happens, which it's just happened because I'm on a quad screen, and sometimes weird things happen. Some re-engineer thought it'd be a good idea to make it so you can't move the software screen out of the way.
Nice table.
And I can't go to the avatar and there's no so when I put my mouse over that screen it becomes a circle and I can't do anything. I can't get to maybe show desktop. Show more options. View. Show desktop icons. It's on. Oh, wait. Can I adjust the view?
Jerry Lawton. Damn,
maybe I can adjust the view by moving the screen. Like it does that weird shit sometimes. Maybe it'll do. Oh, this is Windows.
Hoot and howl.
This is Windows 11.
The water shot looks like a bow before the purge.
It's doing the same thing Windows 10 did. Oh, wait. I saw that.
Jimmy Carter.
How do I do that? Right
The
there.
zoo Horton was talking about someone has been letting animals out of the cages last 2 weeks. They lost a leopard.
Dude, I think I'm going to be able to fix it here. It's moving screens all around for me. Yeah, oh, but it's not moving the one screen that I need to see. Huh. Darn it. That was kind of cool. But it didn't do what I needed to do.
Hoot and howl. Sounds like the Earth Liberation Front at it again.
Bro, I looked all over. I swear I looked everywhere. And that screen is nowhere to be seen right now. So I have no control over my... Oh, let me Alt-Tab. Yeah. Settings. But see, you got to Alt-Tab to it, right? But it doesn't show. There's nothing to alt tab to. Here's a settings page. Oh, for my volume. Oh yeah, the new volume mixer is huge. It takes up like so. The last one was so small. It was just a tiny little thing. I could keep it on screen. Now they've made this giant, stupid volume mixer for Windows 11. Some re-engineer thought it would be a good idea to make it worse. So that's what they did. They literally made it worse. They made
Jimmy Carter.
it. Now your volume mixer takes up a whole stupid
That's
screen.
screwed up. Imagine going to work in Dallas and seeing a leopard loose.
I know.
Jerry Lawton. That's crazy.
There's so much crazy shit, bro. Right now I can't get to. I can't even turn off my live stream because of. And this is Windows. This is Windows 11. There must be a. You'd think there'd be a window. Okay, maybe it's something else. Wait. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's not what I think it is. Maybe it's something outside my purview.
Jerry Lawton. I don't use computers nowadays. I couldn't tell ya.
I'm trying different things right now. I'm gonna see if this screen just magically pops up that I need to see. Oh shit. Oh shit, it did something. It moved it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Can I do anything? What if I click on it? I can't do anything. There's 3 dots and an X. I don't know what that will do. Will it close it? I don't know what that does. There's a thing. Oh shit. Bro, this. Bro. Oh my god. Bro.
Jimmy Carter. I have to take a road driving test today. If the instructor fails me, I'm making him get out and walk back since I have to use my car.
Let's save that. Show stories. Let's get rid of that. I don't know how I'm gonna find this page.
Jerry Lawton.
Maybe if I hit Control Alt Delete, Task Manager. I'll open up my Task Manager. Yeah. There it is. It says, okay, there's all the processes. There's that one. Anything else running? Oh, there's this one. Memory. What's showing the next most amount of memory? It would be 86, 91, 91. Okay, let's close this and this. Put this in the stories. Save that. Okay, now I'm just going to close. I guess I'm going to close every piece of software I'm in. I have to do that. I really don't want to do that. What can I do here? Can I change the priority? Damn, man. Let me see. What are we looking at here? Dude, I'm at a loss. This is the funniest thing. The only thing I'm going to be able to do is probably restart my computer to end my live show. I mean, or I could force quit. But I want to force quit. Let me close. Man, this is crazy. This does not make sense. I've learned how to move these screens around, which is kind of cool. This one moved. Oh, what if I did it like that? That moves it over to here. Now, what if I just go like that? Oh, it closes them. Yeah, it just closes the software. What if I did it to Discord? Would it close Discord? Am I still in Discord, Jiminy? Wow, I guess it closed Discord. Holy shit. Okay, I guess I could close this. I could force quit it from right here. I figured out a way to force quit it on screen. But I haven't figured out a way to move it. Oh, it's so weird to get it to a place. Huh. That doesn't do anything. Huh. What if I hold down Shift? Or Control or Alt, or right click and hold down Control Shift, Function, Alt, click, Shift, Function, nothing. This is amazing. Alt Tab. I mean, it doesn't show that there's a window up is the thing.
Caspar. Discord closed.
Yeah, I closed Discord. I'm gonna close everything. I gotta turn this off, bro. I mean, I hate to drop 27 people, but I mean, I could sit here, we could get high and stuff, but I've lost full functionality of my streaming software. I can't move anything around. I can't like start this video up. I can't show you videos or whatever that I wanted to. I'm dead in the water. I've got a rotating circle.
Billy
I can.
Ballantyne. Shamalemeding down, did that help anything?
No. I was kind of hoping it did, but it didn't. I've got control of my whole computer, but my software, it's got a running circle around it, which usually means I've got a window open, but it doesn't. My task manager doesn't show a window open anywhere. I'm clearing all the screens. Look, I'm closing everything. I'm going to close up every window I've got. I'm going to close down the chat, close down my monitor. I'm gonna turn off the icons. There's no more icons on my screen. I wonder if I move the taskbar. Oh, it's not letting me move it. I can't move the taskbar. Fucking Windows 11. Weird. Less functionality. Yeah, that's what I want with my operating system. Less options, less choices. Yeah, that's exactly what we all want. Idiots. I got a whole bunch of Google Chrome shit open. Why is that? I don't even know that. Whatever. Why do I have a million? Fucking close all this. Gaming services, Google Chrome. Oh, it leaves shit open. Okay. Dude. It says I got 25 things open. And a screen ain't one. You'd think there would be like a... Dude, if I end each process, maybe it would work. Let me see the processes that are using the least amount. There's a whole bunch of 1.1 megabyte processes. So I'm just going to start at the top and start ending those. I might lose you guys if I do this. But I'll say bye now. Love you guys. I'll see you guys this afternoon. If it crashes, I'm not coming back. I'm going to try to fix it right now, though. We'll see. I'm still live. I'm still live. Looks like it froze. It looks like I killed it. That's cool. I've lost full functionality here. I don't know here. I'll just keep closing these. Maybe I'll find the one. That's keeping this thing open. No. That's all the little tasks. And do it. Okay, now I'm going to start doing the bigger ones. Here is the next biggest one. Nope. Next biggest ones. Give or take. Nope. I'm assuming I'm offline. But I don't know. So. Man, I've ended all the bigger, the smaller tasks, and now basically this whole software suite should be shut down. So I'm probably not even live. There. What did that just do? That closed some shit down. Still have no access. Still have no access. Still have no access. I shut down everything. The only thing that's still running is the exe, so I'm going to shut that down next. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. I'll be back. Here goes the main process. Love you guys if you can still see me. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bring the front. Split broadcaster. What's that?